Hello, this is Mimi from MimisCraftyShoppe. Welcome to my channel, or if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for stopping by. I have a journal here that I wanted to share with y'all. It's a travel notebook journal and an altered file folder. First, I'm going to be showing you the altered file folder and all the pretty embellishments and ephemera that I put with it. That's a really cute saying that it's kind of related to birds. The file folder is an 8x10 with a 1-inch expandable on the side that I have added. I have embellished it with all kinds of flowers and laces and trims. That is a vintage button holder and some different snippets of laces and ribbons and gathered fabric. And there's also stamped this little cute stamp on some canvas. This was actually made by a top of the Kleenex container. And I made that and I thought it turned out really cute. That's a really pretty large tag that I got from VintageAnteUps Dodi on Etsy. I buy some her ephemera. I always enjoy it. That's a time card I had redone and added napkins to, and just put some pockets on there, and another one of those beautiful sayings. This is got trims and laces on it. Got the idea from Junk Sisters Journals. There is some bird pages from Vintage Bird Books that I have gotten, and I'm sharing some of those bird book pages. This is a tag from DreamsETC, and I embellished it and added some stuff to the back of it. This comes from Calico Collage. The kit that I use to make my travel notebook journal is Birdsong, or Songbird, excuse me, I got that backwards. And she had a beautiful kit. I've had it for a while. That was a laminated bookmark. This I made with a napkin, and I just backed it and put it on file folder, and it turned out so cute, and put some little glitter paint on there. That I made up and used all kinds of snippets of material, made a little pocket there. This is embellished. It's just a piece of cardstock. I printed something out and added it, made like a little fold over thing. It's the side pocket. I make a lot of my ephemera and stuff, you know, different kinds of ephemera. I make it up, and that way I have it whenever I get ready to do my journals. That is a glassine paper bag. I did purchase that from somebody, and I cannot figure out who it was, but I love the way she made that collage on the front of it. But I actually made the stuff that I put inside. That is a little booklet I made up. It's got all kinds of definitions to go with birds and bird watcher and nature, and just all kinds of really neat things that might have came from Calico Collage. I can't remember exactly where I got the definitions from. I love that little pocket there. I also used Edith Holden book in here. Like I said, vintage bird books. I have been collecting so many things for birds and stuff, and just absolutely love vintage bird journals. That is, on this journal here, I put an elastic closure on it, lace, and I added those dangles there. It's got a really pretty little bird dangle on it. And then I also added on there a hairband. I like to do this sometimes when my journals are kind of fat, and I embellished it on the side, but that kind of keeps it together so it's not so gator mouth, as I call it. And I had made this on the front there. It's just a collage I had made up quite some time ago. And let's see, I can't remember if I'm going to show you the front or the back. Okay, the front. And I just took different materials and stuff and made that up. I thought it was so pretty. And I put trim on the spine. I'll show you the back when it gets through, I think. There's a little pocket there that I made, and I love these two, that big tag and that blue bird. I just adore, I love blue birds. Did a bunch of embellishments on here. This is a little pocket. And I think that came from my porch prints, but I actually made up a little postcard and used a lot of her stuff in here. And that's some vintage, like, it looks vintage, but it's not really vintage, but I make it look that way because I tea dye it and use it. I think it's Tsunami Rose is where I got that from, but I really love it. And that's a page. Oh, I didn't show you that one page. I think it's on the next one I'll show you. I got it from the Ideals magazine, I think. That is from a just some papers that I have. I have a lot of different kinds of papers that I like to use in my journals. Vintage ledger papers, and that's just a little envelope that came with the kit, and made that little tag up. I think that's graphic 45 paper. I love the bright colors of this kit. It's just so vibrant, and I just love birds. This was something that I made up too a while back, and using different things like multiplication cards and just regular playing cards. And I made that up, and I didn't actually glue it down because I thought, well, whoever buys this kit, which will be for sale in my Etsy store, Mimi's Crafty Shop, might want to use that on something. It's so pretty. There's those little cigarette or cigar cards. I can't remember exactly what they're called, but they're vintage. I put quite a few of them in here too. And I love that blue paper there. That's a little pocket I put in the middle. Came with the kit. And I had some side pockets there. And this is a beautiful digital collage paper that I printed out. And that is a napkin that I actually put on freezer paper, I think. And I like the way that turns out too. There's so many ideas, and I love all of them, and I have to kind of rein myself in sometime. That's a tea bag that I put a napkin on and fixed up. There's the Edith Holden book there that I used as the center of the spine. The signature. And this has 2 signatures in it. I think there's approximately 130 pages. There is some charms I put on the signatures. Another one of my postcards. I have 2 different kinds there, a bird one theme, and that's also the butterfly children, I guess is what you call it. I can't remember the name of the lady that made those, but I have a lot of postcards. I think her name was Mary, if I can remember right. Isn't that pretty? I just love that. That turned out really cute. And a couple more small tags from Calico Collage. Another one of those vintage digital papers that I printed out on both sides and made like a little pocket out of, folded up. But this one is gorgeous. Isn't that beautiful? And I can't remember where I got it from. What digital did I get that from? I have no idea. There's so many beautiful ones out there. A lot of times when I make my journals, I use quite a few different things in there, different digitals. So sometimes 1 or 2 pieces may be used, and I don't always remember the name of it. But I do enjoy my digitals, and I have a lot of them. That's one of my weaknesses. My paper clips, and I may add little dangles on there. I've been making those lately. I love this right here. It's so pretty, and the color's just vibrant. Got a little, let's see, another bird book page. And I like putting that vintage tape on there. This is something else I made up a while back. That's just some more dangles. I took actually napkin and some different papers and stuff and kind of made that up. And that again, I didn't glue it down in case somebody wanted to use it and something else. That is a beautiful pictures of those birds there. I love that pink bird. I don't know if I've ever seen a pink bird before in real life. So I guess there's such a thing. Let's see here. Another flip out. More bird books. The parakeet. This is one of my favorite pages. Isn't that beautiful? I just love that kind of brownish black color. I love that little picture. That little girl, so cute. I love postcards, and I'm always buying them, vintage or not. I love them. And that I just took and made a little tiny book up right there. And I like to do that sometimes with the little small ephemera. And I made a little pocket out of that by turning it that way and just clipping it on. So it's another idea of things to do with your ephemera. It's so much fun when things come together, and believe me, that is beautiful. I did not make that, and I can't remember. I think it's Willow is her name from Etsy that I got those from. She does a lot of those dangles. Vintage music paper, more beautiful ephemera. But we finally got some rain. I live in Texas, and we have not had hardly any rain in the last 2 months. It's been very, very hot down here, but we're getting a little reprieve, and actually have had a rainy day today, so I'm so thankful for that, because we definitely need rain. We've been under fire ban warning and wildfire extreme, so we are so thankful to get some rain. Let's see, this is another one of those cards that I kind of enhanced it in vintage ledger paper, but it's very pretty. I think I put the vintage lady on there. It turned out so cute, I thought. And I also put a vintage bird sticker on there. But there's another really pretty postcard I made up. Actually, that was made on a regular card. I thought it was a postcard, but it wasn't. Did a little sewing there and added a boulder tab. Made that up and made like a little postcard out of that. Another little side pocket here with another beautiful collage paper. Oh my gosh, and that lace that everybody's making. I've not had much success in making my own tea or coffee stain lace. For some reason, mine never turns out that great. I love that paper there and that little bird poking out. Some more beautiful ephemera and another little paper pad. Some more of Edith Holden's book. And tags, vintage paper. Isn't that gorgeous? I love the greens and blues and pinks receipts. But this is something else I made a while back, probably a couple years ago, and I'm just now using it. So finally going to find a new home. Aren't those pretty? I love the rich blacks and golds and creams and tan colors together. It's so pretty. But this all came together pretty well. There's another flip out, and I was been wanting to do a bird journal in a long time. I don't know if I've ever done one before. Isn't that gorgeous there? I love that paper too, that collage digital, and this pretty pink, yellow. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. Kind of reminds me of wallpaper. And this one had a bright kind of a nearly orangey look to it. Reddish orange maybe. Burnt orange, I'm not for sure, but it's so cute. And vintage wildflower books. Another little thing I made up. Ephemera just on a small notebook paper. And got a little dangle there. Used some doilies on there. There's another one of those jars. I wish I remember who I got those from. Her name is Miss Birdie. I thought that was real cute. I made that up, just a little collage there, and that's a bird playing card. Oh, and this right here is one of my absolute favorite tags that I got. Oh, also that, isn't that pretty? I got those at a crap mall. I just love this, and Dodi made it up from VintageAnteUps, and she does a great job. I made that's a little journal, little tag I made up, and some more of that beautiful bird paper book. Little appliques at the bottom, and I can't remember if I made this one or not, but I added the stuff to it. So, but it's just a window envelope, and then I've got that little embellished hair clip up there, and another postcard, and then that is a quilted pocket on the back. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. I do appreciate it, and y'all have a blessed day.